They told us to give a disclaimer. The views expressed on this podcast are those of the podcasters, any guests, and do not reflect any of the management, owners, sponsorships, or employees of thereof. Pretty much, if you're soft, don't listen to this podcast. One thing I pride myself on is just being the same and trying to look out for my folks along the way.
Like, even with all these, big things happening, like, you still mad humble, and you still, like, you have enough clout now where you could easily be like, I'm not fucking with this, I'm not fucking with that.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers, it's on. Unrestricted Podcast listeners, thank you so much for clicking play. Because of you, those numbers are going up, and up. And as you know, we started the Patreon. If you want to get exclusive content, get content you can't get anywhere else, and get the content like this one before it actually drops to the public, go and support and go be a part of the Patreon community. Patreon.com/Dre Rocka, DRERAWKA. But hey, if you're what did my man Will Wonder told me? He said, if you're a part of the non-paying peasant crew, the NPP, you can go ahead. Exactly. You can just go on to YouTube, Instagram, share the content, like, comment, subscribe. It's free to show love. That's a big way to do it. Show some love. Now, today I got two very special guests in the studio. One you are familiar with, and another that we're going to get to know. We got my man RV and Bangarang in the studio.
What's the word?
Came bearing gifts because he was LATE.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, but it's nice though, huh?
Yeah, man.
It's nice. Show the people.
Yeah, really cool shot glasses. What's is this, the high octane?
Yeah.
So the whole line is like, this season, I guess you would say, is high octane Bang, right?
Pretty much.
Or Hurricane Bang.
Pretty much. They kind of go hand in hand with each other.
That's dope, man. Does this mean that your life's just like 1,000 miles an hour or what?
Yeah, and fucking shit up.
We need the late, something like a watch or a clock. We need the correlation. You ain't late to your gigs though, right?
It depends.
God damn. You know what's funny? RV, he be on the other DJ's ass if they were late though.
I would. 1,000%. 1,000%. I ain't shit.
But when Bang shows up, it's like, all right. Man.
Nah, I've only been late. I can count on one hand, and I've been DJing since 2011.
Yeah, that's good.
So
that's good. I be showing up hella early. I be there like an hour before the gig.
Yeah, that ain't me.
But then again, I'm at a bar though. I'm at Sue, so I can sit, chill, gossip, talk a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah,
eat some chicken wings.
Yeah.
But when you're at the club, it's like you're there and you got to set up, and then boom, it's all gas, no brakes. Mm-hmm. Need to DJ more bars. Mm-mm. No,
I'm good.
You over the bar
for now? Nah, it has nothing. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a good rotation. Places I play, I love it.
You guys got a new project dropping Friday the 13th.
Yes, sir.
June.
Yes.
Ironically, it is Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
2:22 a.m. Act 1.
Correct.
Okay. I want to start off with RV. Now, obviously, this is my first time getting to know you, so I want to get to know you a little bit more. So I want to learn a little bit more about you, and then we'll jump into the project.
Okay.
So are you from Utah?
No.
Get up on the mic, brother. I want people to hear you.
I'm from Hawaii. Hawaii. Yeah.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Okay. The beautiful state of Hawaii.
Yeah.
I had a homegirl. It was like, Dre, we got to do the podcast before I leave out the country. I was like, where you going? She's like, Hawaii. I said, hold on. Let me tell you how this whole thing works. Hawaii is in the United States. Gabby, no, I'm not lying. Gabby, you know who you are. She's like, I'm going out the state. Or going out the country. Hawaii. No, it's in the States. What island you from?
Oahu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big island. You grew up, raised, and born and raised?
Nah, I mean, I was a kid. Moved out when I was like 9. Moved out of the islands. So kind of.
RV, you got to get right up on that mic, brother. Get up on the mic.
Yeah, so kind of nah. I wasn't raised there.
Okay.
But my mom raised me, so she was raised there. So I'm kind of same thing.
Have you been back recently?
2019.
Okay. Right before the pandemic, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Still want to go back. I need to go back.
Do you get a lot of your like inspiration from the island? Do you get any inspiration from there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at the palm tree.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bro, his whole brand. You gotta check him out. Lexicon Clo.
Yeah.
Lexicon.
Yeah.
So Lexicon, because I was telling Bang, when I seen the shot glass that had the big X on it.
Yeah.
I was like, I know this. I recognize this. And I was like, you, this is a brand that I'm familiar with because Bang was promoting you at the radio station years ago.
Yep.
Still got them shoes.
That's how we met, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what got you into design and fashion?
Man, I kind of been doing that my whole life. Like, I'd make my own clothes when I was like in junior high.
RV, come close, bro.
I've been doing that my whole life. Sorry, my bad.
You're good. You're good. Just get close. Pull it. You can pull the mic up towards you. I just want people to hear you.
For sure.
I've
been doing it my whole life, really. Like, I customized my clothes when I was little. It always meant like something else to me, for sure.
Did you get inspiration from something? What made you want to? Like,
So I was this quiet ass kid. So like that was my way to express myself, right? Was what I wore. So that was it. That was my first like medium of art was clothes.
Mm. Yeah. Was there a certain like? Was it like the crisscross era where you wearing your clothes backwards?
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a part of all the eras, for sure. I pulled from all the eras. All that shit meant something to me.
Do you find your does music ever inspire your clothes, your designs?
Yes, absolutely. It's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. Like,
what genre specifically? Was there like, is it all genres or like hip hop or anything like that?
Mostly hip hop, but I listen to everything like R&B, reggae, but mostly hip hop for sure. That's like what I'm good at kind of when I produce.
Does hip hop still corner the fashion trends? Because I just said crisscross. Everybody was wearing their clothes backwards because of crisscross. Everybody was wearing the big tall tees because of the South and in the Bay Area. You know what I mean, they were doing their dreads because of the Bay Area and the South. You know what I mean? Like, do you think hip hop is still heavily influencing? I think
hip hop is like the test for fashion, right? So it's not trendy unless it's trending hip hop, in my opinion.
They need to bring back the jerseys. That era of
it's coming back.
It's coming back.
The jerseys, the do-rags. Like I miss that early 2000s era.
Yeah. You know who's doing that recently? Is Playboy Cardi. He's been dressing like that recently again. Yeah.
But wasn't he dressed up like a vampire just like
he did that? Ago? Yeah, he did that. Yeah. But now he's flipping it.
Yeah. Y'all fashion guys, man. Because I don't know anything. I'm wearing a fishing hat and I got a hoodie on. Like I don't know fashion. So when I see certain fashion in certain eras, like there was the super skinny jeans and the kids were jerking and all that stuff. One, I was a big guy. I couldn't wear skinny jeans anyway. But there was an era where it's like sometimes I feel like they're fashion guys take things, they push the limit. They're like,
for sure,
we're going to try this out.
For sure. Absolutely. Like the baggy jean shit is back right now, right?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and that's all I wear. My shit's baggy.
Baggy.
Yeah, baggy. Because I'm a fashion dude. Got to push the limits of everything. Yeah.
Do you wear other people, or do you design all your stuff?
I'm wearing all my shit right now, but I wear a lot of other brands for sure. I love fashion, right? I kind of be doing myself a disservice if I just wore my own shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get? I'll hear fashion often, and they're talking about seasons.
Yeah.
Do you have seasonal fashions, or are you like?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What does this season look like for your brand?
For my brand, I have oversized shit for sure. Oversized, but like leather. I have a lot of leather shit coming. And just playing with different fabrics. Like I try to do shit like the shit I'm wearing right now. Like you don't see this a lot. So I'm just trying to play with new fabrics and do it in different ways.
Yeah, for those of you not watching YouTube, he has his nipples out right now.
I do.
Hey man, it's hot outside.
It's like, it's warming up outside.
Yeah, word. Okay, so different seasons, and do you like fund all your stuff?
Yeah,
all your own fabrics. Yeah. How do you get your fabrics? Do you just go to? I mean, they just closed what Joann's. Joann's is no longer. So like, where do you find your fabrics? Where does a fashion designer get this stuff?
So like, I've been manufacturing overseas up until recently. I changed.
Oh, Harris.
Yeah.
That's probably costing crazy.
I changed to LA. I manufacture in LA right now. All my new shit coming out is coming from LA, and like, they do all the sourcing for you, right? You just try to find the right manufacturer for you, and they can do all the sourcing for you.
So how does that work? Take me to for somebody like me that's dumb and don't know anything about fashion. What does this look like? If you want to start a fashion brand, how does it start to finish?
So there's a few different ways. A lot of people would just start printing graphics on blank t-shirts, and blank t-shirts is like pre-made shit, right? And just throw graphics on that, brand that, sell that, flip that, and then eventually do cut and sew. Cut and sew is like when you when you're picking the fabric, you design how it fits, doing all the measurements and shit like that. And I started out doing cut and sew actually.
Really?
Yeah, because other shit is boring to me. That wasn't expressive enough for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, I was the Gen X, put my graphic on.
No, that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, but I think you should, if you're really a fashion designer, you should move up from that. Yeah.
Playing with fabrics, cutting, sewing, tailoring. Is it hard to do it on yourself? Or do you have like mannequins or?
I just do it I do it. So like I buy a lot of clothes and I reference pieces and I just pull like how I want that, how it fits on me. I kind of pull like the measurements from that and create my own piece and use that into, like they call it tech packs. That's what you have to do to like design a piece and send it to a manufacturer. That's all the measurements, all the material, all that shit, all the details.
So what do you want to do with this brand? And I'm sorry, what's it?
Lexicon.
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 What's your overall vision of Lexicon?
To be honest, I want it to run it on its own. I have other bigger shit I want to do. I'm already mentally like in different places right now.
That's the thing about creatives is that like I don't feel like creatives, we don't just stick in one lane.
No, fuck no.
And the cool thing about it too is I feel like it all bleeds into the next thing, right? Like you have a cool brand, but then you guys are dropping a dope projects that can bleed into the brand.
Exactly.
Truthfully, it all kind of ties together.
We kind of talked about something last night of an idea we had. That's just like that. Yeah.
Are you doing fashion shows or anything like that?
Yeah, I did LA Fashion Week, 2022. I went to LA Fashion Week. That was like quite the experience, and I kind of like. I feel like I was the first one in Utah to do that. I'm gonna say that shit. I kind of. And I was kind of like.
No,
not that.
Damn, man.
I thought you had a gunshot.
There we go.
There it is. That's the one. Sorry, I fucked that up.
Can we put that on the back of a shirt? Bangarang. I fucked that up.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna just shut the fuck up. I'm gonna just have a drink.
So you went to LA Fashion Week. What are you trying to achieve with that? Is it just being a notice?
So it's kind of like a validation thing for a fashion designer to be a part of a fashion week, right? To be a part of like a big fashion week, like New York, Paris, LA, shit like that. It's kind of like a validation. If you could get your brand in one of those shows, like you're kind of doing something. You're doing the shit for real.
Have you had the opportunity to design something for somebody? Like,
absolutely.
You see these Met Gala people and whatnot.
Yeah. So like before I started my brand, like 2015, 16, I would design like one-off pieces, and these models I would sell them on IG. I had models that would model for Yeezy Season 1, hit me up and buy a bunch of shit, and then I had designers comment on their posts about my shit, about like how dope that was. So that was like my first like, okay, I could do this shit.
What does Lexicon mean?
It's kind of like, I don't want to say too much about it because I want people's imagination. I want people to kind of not understand it. Yeah. Yeah. And then from a design point, I just love the way the word looks.
RV.
How it sounds.
RV.
Sorry, my bad.
Thank
my
you,
bad. Guys, it's my
please.
first time on a podcast.
Good, brother. I just want your voice heard, bro. I want them to hear you. I want them to know who RV is and what Lexicon is.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I don't want to say too much about it because I want people to interpret it their own way.
Gotcha. Let the imagination, because that's what I mean. Fashion, yeah, you can have a standard shirt, but I think a lot of people make it their own too.
For sure, that's how it should be. Absolutely, yeah. You should feel like you're you times 100 when you put on something that I design. That's what I want to do.
Now, how I was introduced to the brand was through sneakers.
Yeah.
Are you doing more sneakers? Are you doing which way are we leaning? More garments?
I strayed away from sneakers just because that shit is hard. I did that shit during the pandemic. I could design a sneaker and drop that shit. But absolutely, I'm going to go back to footwear.
That wasn't pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I'm going to go back to that shit. I didn't have enough creative freedom to do when I did footwear because of the limitations at that time in manufacturing overseas without a bunch of money. I did all this shit from scratch, bro, like from nothing. Right? My first shit, I just did pre-orders. That's how I got capital to do a production. So I had $0 when I started this shit. I didn't put zero money into it. I just put myself into it. That's it.
You got to bank on yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you got the brand. You're going hard with the brand. The brand started when?
2018 was my first drop.
18. We're in 2025 now.
Yeah.
You've done LA Fashion Week.
Yeah.
What's the next thing with the brand?
So I have, like I said, I moved manufacturers to LA. So like all my shit's gonna be like way more elevated, quality wise and like design wise now, because like there's a kind of like a communication problem designing overseas. They don't totally understand you, and they have limitations what they can do, right? Because it's cheaper. Here, there's no limitations, so I have crazy shit coming.
And it's more expensive.
More expensive, but they've also like learned that everybody's manufactures overseas because it's cheaper. So domestic manufacturers have been changing the pricing and like their business structure to get designers to manufacture domestically with them.
Now, I don't know. I know the DJ community. I can name you. I mean, I can't say every DJ, but I know a lot of DJs out here, right?
Yeah.
Small knit community. How is the fashion community in Utah? Is there a community?
There is. It's small and it's growing. Like I know pretty much everybody that's in it. We all kind of, not all of us came up together. There's a lot of new people in it, but there's some OGs in it that I'd like to shout out. Gabby, Alchemy.
Man, that
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's my bro. Like me and him, like we've always had this back and forth, like talking about fashion, like design. Like he'll give me his opinion on my shit. I'll give him my opinion on his shit. Like we always looked out for each other. So
yeah, he just went through a brand change, I think.
Yeah, he did. He went from Okido to Alchemy.
That's right.
Alchemy. Yeah.
Got to tell you, I know there's a difference, but it sounds very similar.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm doing him justice by saying it right.
Yeah, my boy, our boy, Will Wonder, that's his like one of his best friends. I think his wife's his dentist or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And he, when I first seen it, I found out through him from all the stuff that he was doing for like the jazz, all his jazz designs.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is dope.
Yeah.
And it's coming out of Utah.
Yeah. He's a real fashion designer. And like I'm not trying to talk down on nobody, but like there's a lot of people that have brands, they're just brand owners. They're not fashion designers. Gabby's a fashion designer.
What is the difference?
He makes his shit. He's not a lot of people just get a brand and use blanks, put their logo on shit, or like just take ideas from other brands and put their brand on shit. He makes original shit and he puts himself and his life into it. And he designs from scratch.
Are you ever surprised in the fashion world? Or is it getting? Have we tapped out of creativity in fashion, or do you feel like it's still like booming?
I think the internet makes it hard to like have anything new, because as soon as something pops, there's 100 other people doing it, right? So like that newness and that feeling you get when something's really dope dies off quicker now. So it's like the challenge. That's why like it's a challenge as a creative. You have to be like ahead of the curve times 2 kind of, and like almost to a point where people don't understand you yet, and then they understand you later. Like that's always like what I'm aiming for.
You know what's crazy is that I pick up my son. He's in the 6th grade. He's in middle school.
Yeah,
and I feel like
boxing.
No, he's taking a break from boxing. He doing wrestling. Okay. So just keeping. What's that?
It'll take him further.
Oh yeah, I think so. But every fight starts on the feet, right? Yeah, so I think it's important to have good hands.
Yeah.
And I think the boxing gym, not to say wrestling doesn't give you a lot of discipline, but I think boxing, in my opinion, in what I've learned and what I've seen in the gym, boxing is so much more disciplined.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm out of line for saying that, because there is a lot of discipline in wrestling. I'm not taking nothing from wrestlers.
For sure.
But boxing is, and maybe it's because it has a longer lifespan, or not lifespan, but it has an earlier birth. Yeah. I feel they were boxing before they were wrestling, from what I understand. But I love that he's not like, I'm just all boxing. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, Dad, I want to try this, I want to try that.
That's really cool.
After that, I want to try jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's in the 6th grade. He's in middle school. And I put myself in his shoes when I was in middle school. That was the pivotal point where it was like what you wore meant something. Mm-hmm. You know, if you were a Payless kid, if you were a Kmart kid, you were getting ragged on.
For sure.
The crazy thing is now, these kids aren't getting ragged on for wearing sweats and wearing like it's like a cool thing to wear a white tee, wear a pro club. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's a cool thing to not wear the highest fashion of things.
For sure.
And And I'm wondering, is there obviously? I think the pendulum swings. I think it's going to be again. There's going to be a thing where wearing Prada or wearing these high class things is going to be the thing. Like you have to, or you're lame. Do you feel like in the industry right now with fashion, do you feel like high class fashion is on top, or do you feel like more of the indie brands are having it's more of the cooler thing?
I feel like there's just more opportunity right now. Like you can be like a nobody, design one dope piece, and it's gonna go crazy, and it's gonna go crazier than any like designer piece at that moment. But also moments are really short in fashion. Like moments are really short, so it's always moving. You know, it's hard to say like what things are, because by the time I say what things are, shit's different. So you just kind of like got to be fluid, in my opinion.
How important is it for you to keep on design, like keep designing? For DJs, for us, it's making sure that we're working, right? We're in the clubs and things like that. But for you guys, for fashion designers, what's that equivalent?
I think it's extremely important. Like you always have to be on top of shit. Like you stop doing something, you're not going to be as good at it if you continue to do it, right? So like
use it,
use it. So, but at the same time, like it's kind of like I've been patient. Like I haven't dropped something for a minute, right? Because all these other brands came up and like everything was like so crowded, is like kind of uninspiring to me, like a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had to like pivot and like take a step back and like be re-inspired to really do this shit again. And like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it crazy.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like that. So we got the project 2:22 a.m. Act 1. Drop in Friday the 13th, June. I heard the project. 16, 17-minute project.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole thing all the way through. Can I give you guys my first thoughts?
Please.
Okay, first off, what's this is just you two on the production. Where does roles lie in this thing?
All right. Bang's been quiet.
Nah, bro. I actually like hearing you talk your shit because usually it's always me talking and this man just chilling.
Trust me, if we could just do him, I'd be great.
Damn.
He would have been on time.
Nah, you think I'm late? You think I'm late?
Oh, RV's the art alley guy?
He's the art.
From the islands.
Yeah, he from the island. He on island time.
Is RV, is that initials or?
Yeah, Ryan Vincent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go over? That's a designer name. Holy
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Ryan Vincent.
Yeah.
design. Yeah, hey, let's talk about that on the way home.
That's
Actually,
that's the branding. It's not RV.
That's funny you say that.
That's Ryan Vincent.
That's funny you say that, actually. It's funny you say that. And we'll go back later. We'll watch this later and everybody will know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
but we have our creative processes are like very different. But for this project specifically, I was more of like synths and he was more of like kicks and bass, and then we combined on melodies. And then I was like synths and effects, and then like everything else, like we just, you know what I'm saying, bass and melodies, and then we just combined on everything else.
I gotta tell you, first listen. One, I'm glad I listened to it at night.
That was the whole point.
There we go.
That was the whole
There we
point.
go.
I'm glad I listened to it late at night. I listened to it next morning, so I listened at I think it was like 12 something. I think I texted you like 1 or something.
You did.
I late at night, both headphones in, and the rain's dropping. The footsteps are going. He gets in, and he's approached by a woman. And the whole time when I'm listening to this, I'm trying to figure out, where are they taking me? Where are they taking me with this? Where are they taking me with this? And I didn't know what to expect, because I don't know RV. I don't know if you're a rapper. I don't know if you're a singer. I don't know where you lie in this thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I going to get bars? Am I going to get singing? What am I getting? And I'm getting hints of lyrics here and there. And it's more of the sense in the beats, right? And by the end of the thing, we get Bangarang, right? And we get you talking, and we're talking about voids and whatnot. And I start to think to myself,
The text he sent me last night.
I start to think to myself, one, is this a relationship that just got caught up? Is this a story about adultery? Is this a story of, I'm not in love with you, I just found another love? it took me on a path of, wow, like this is dope, and I want more. So when I look at the project in totality, 222, which I almost listened to it at 222, to be honest with you. Act 1, it made me being like, when are we getting Act 2? And does Act 2 pick up from Act 1? Because the way that you guys left Act 1, it is so good. I told him the climax of the project, that's the best part of the project, in my opinion. So with that being said, what inspired this project, and what inspired it? Am I hitting? And maybe it's going back to lexicon. Maybe it's me interpreting it my way. You know what I mean? But what is the inspiration of this project, and what? I don't want to say what should we expect from it, but yeah.
First off, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
So it is about adultery.
Not entirely.
Okay.
The project itself, we really just wanted to tell a story. Yeah, put them shades on. Take your shot. Put them shades on.
Yeah, let me take the shot.
Yeah,
Hurricane bang.
Hurricane season.
Lexicon.
But we really started this project back in October, right? And it's taken us up until this point to like get everything done, right? And if you really focus on specifically that interlude before the last song, it really kind of explains everything, you know?
Well, she said, "Oh, you're talking to that bitch, all right?"
Nah, that's the last song. I'm talking about. Excuse me, that's the third song. I'm talking about the part after that where I'm talking.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But more than anything, what we wanted to do is tell a story, and like kind of paint a picture of truthfully just reality, you know. Part of that was my reality, you know what I'm saying, and that's up for assumption. Part of that, correct me if I'm wrong, was his reality, which is up for assumption. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, or in our opinion, and please check me if I'm wrong, bro, that like some of the best music comes from like what you're really going through in your real life. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye, right? To me, that's one of the best albums of all time because bro was so vulnerable and like talking about real shit bro has been through. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like at that specific time in his life. And with this project, it was just something to where like, you know, we were both like, because RV and I like more like in these music sessions, like, it's 16, 17 minute song, but it took so long because like during these music sessions, we would tweak these little things, but it's also like there's a lot of shit that happened in between each of these songs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the very first song I think we made literally in October.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we made the second one maybe in November. And then like the third one, we might have made around the time.
Yeah.
It
might have been a month every time.
Like it might have been a month every time. But as shit was going on, like shit in our personal lives or just life in general, you know what I'm saying, was just happening. Some of it may be embellished, you know what I'm saying? Some of it is embellished, you know, but like more than anything, we wanted to tell a story and to keep people listening and to like really, you know, kind of like, I'm not gonna say like catch a vibe, but like on some real shit. Like it's called 2:22 a.m. for a reason. Like if you look at 2:22, like the angel numbers is like a sign of like a change and like shit shifting in your life, which is when you talk about how it ends, right? Because I feel like originally the song that was last was supposed to be second, right? Yeah. But we listened to it. Yeah. It's like, nah, let's do this and put this shit here. Because the way it ties together, it's painting this picture. You know what I'm saying? Like this fiction / nonfiction picture of like, you know what I'm saying, of someone who is going through something, and what that person is going through is up for debate, you know. They could be stepping out. They could be trying to, if you're not stepping out if you're in a situationship. They could be in a situationship and they find like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be whoever, it could be a them, it could be a they. Like, you know.
Everybody can relate to it, and the reason why I say that is because the opening sequence is I'm assuming him walking, and I'm putting myself in their shoes, walking home in the rain, gets to the door, opens the door, and that sigh. You know what I mean? That sigh before you open that.
That sigh can mean anything.
Exactly.
That sigh could mean, here we go again.
And that's what I took from it.
Or that sigh could be, finally.
I'm home, right? And I think you put yourself in the shoes of the artist, you guys being the artist, and you really, like, you guys just did this so good, man. Because you really put yourself in the shoes, and you're like, I've been there before. I can relate to that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where it's like 2:22. That's why I think that this project is so good. I'm actually kind of mad because you guys only give us 16, 17 minutes, right? And I think that this project, maybe the series, because it sounds like Act 1, sounds like we're going to get more acts of this thing. It just sounds like in totality, if you guys can creatively, if you guys put this thing together the right way, it's going to flow so fluently that when we hit 60 minutes of this, it's just going to be a really good project that people can relate to and vibe to.
For sure.
I'm excited to get to 10 a.m. What's 10 a.m. sound like?
Ain't no 10 a.m., nigga. We sleep. We've been out on that bullshit all night. Nigga, we sleep.
We took an Uber home.
We took an Uber home an hour ago.
Are you a father?
Yeah. I have 2 kids.
2?
Yeah, 2 daughters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dope. I got 1 daughter.
Nice.
She drives me fucking crazy.
For sure.
4 years old. 4 years old, going on 12.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they
And
move.
she gets, man, potty training her right now. Like, she can go to the restroom, right? But she's good. Like, she's potty trained, but she prefers the diaper. Like, it's especially when she has to go do a number 2. Yeah. Daddy talk right now. And so it's like,
I'm gonna sit this one out.
It's like, what the hell? Like, the bathroom's right there. I'm spending $60 on diapers. You don't get it. You don't get it, little girl.
Tariffs.
Take your little ass to the fucking. My daughter's a terrorist. I swear. God, I just watched that Bin Laden doc they got on Netflix right now. Have you guys watched that?
No.
Oh, what's it called?
Fire. It's Bin Laden.
We started it the other night when we was like supposed to be working on music, but it was killing the vibe. We like, damn.
We had turned this shit off.
You guys were smacked.
No, not even. But there have been stories. There have been times.
How does that work though? Did you know that RV's into music? Do you know that he does music?
So you know my dog Teddy, right?
Yeah.
He's the one who we met through the radio.
Yeah.
But Teddy was the original guy who was like, nah, you and RV need to like lock in. And it took us forever to lock in. And then we had like that one studio session just randomly like last September, October, and it was like, nigga, we should do this.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, we just been like tapped in, try to like connect at least once a week on some shit. Like, so the actual project name, like our group is RX2.wave.
I was gonna ask, what did the R2 mean?
Ryan. So R2.
Gotta tell you, his Ryan sounds way more elegant.
Man, fuck you, bro.
Chisholm.
I've been fucking. Listen, this is my camera. I've been getting cooked since I got in this motherfucker. I've been getting cooked. Make sure you zoom in.
For
cooked.
good reason, though. Good reason.
Because I'm delicious.
All right, chocolate dropper.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
If you're a sports athlete looking for a mouthguard to protect your pearly whites, look no further than All Sports Mouthguards.
All Sports Mouthguards, located in West Jordan, Utah. Come visit us, 1385 West, 9000 South in West Jordan, Utah. We offer high quality, made in the USA, custom molded and custom designed mouthguards.
No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion of it.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
You love wrestling.
Do you believe that Stone Cold Steve Austin is the greatest entertainer of all time?
Or maybe that Shawn Michaels is the sexiest man alive.
Or did you have a thing for Sonny from the years of 1994 to 1996 like I did?
Did you know Yokozuna isn't even Japanese?
If you could count the number of dimples on Rikishi's ass, this podcast is for you.
Follow us, the Figure 4 Podcast on Instagram, at Figure 4 Podcast. And check us out on YouTube.
Do it.
Tell your punk friends about us.
Yeah.
But nah, it was just one of them things. And we have other different, like we have house songs we've made. We've got like mid-tempo, like bass shit we've made. You know, we probably, in the can, we probably got like 10 songs, remixes.
What does a studio session look like for 222? Is it you guys separately sending the stems, or you guys in together?
Never.
We work together.
Never. Every time together.
Every time together.
Because it's like really, we talking like every session is like more than just music.
Bingo.
Yeah, it's more than just music.
Going.
Like
keep going.
We talking about real life shit. It's kind of like a therapy session.
On some real shit, bro.
And then we put it into the music.
On some real shit. Like this, it's none of that like, I seen you the stems and like, bro, we'll take like an hour and a half break, go for a walk, or even just like, you know what I'm saying, drink a beer and just talk about like what's going on.
Or go to Cheers for an hour.
Because we live 2 blocks away. But like, and just talk about like what's actually going on in each other's lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like a studio session, like he said, is more than a studio session. And I think that's what really helped this project like come together. Cause it's like, nah, like this is my brother. I've cried in front of this man before. You know what I'm saying? Like just on some like, cause I feel like all my homies, I cry in front of my homies because I'm vulnerable. And if anybody got some shit to say, like come find me. Like I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like we can square up. Like, you know, I feel comfortable enough to like be around people who understand me as my dog and like ain't gonna judge me. Oh, this nigga fucking bitch ass nigga crying. Like, nah, like that's not what we do.
I don't know anybody that like that no more. I mean, that's like, it's 2022.
I mean, I would hope so.
25.
I would hope so. But I mean, there have been haters who have commented on like, you know, your podcast post before about me just being here and shit like that. But
really?
We talk about that.
Who?
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like our studio sessions are just like, it's just therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Like my dog will come over. Like there'll be some days we'll work for like 30 minutes and just spend the other time watching basketball. You know what I'm saying? But then talking about shit. And then maybe we'll have an idea. But then there have been other times, like some of our best sessions have also been like just random as fuck. Where I'll randomly, he's like, yo, I'm downtown, I'm about to pull up. And the next thing you know, we 4 or 5 hours in, got shit structured. You know what I'm saying? We done started like 3 or 4 projects, got them bitches halfway done, finished some shit that we got stuck on last time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so a lot of stuff in the tuck, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that Act 2 can maybe come 2 years later and you guys dropped other shit between?
I mean, fuck it, we ball. We'll see.
The reason why I asked is
I hope not, but
Friday the 13th, June, we're gonna be dropping 222. I don't want you guys to go 6 months to a year without dropping something else.
Well, when's the next Friday the 13th, Dre?
I don't know. You tell me, smart guy.
I mean, hold on.
What is? I'd ask Alexa, but I turned off my Wi-Fi.
I don't blame you. Alexa be snitching.
Nah, it'd be $150, and I'm like, man, I'm not in the studio that much. Hey, brothers ain't using the internet that much.
Hold on.
That's one thing that I want from a creative. Like, you're an artist now. Like you, as much as you are a fashion guy, you're an artist now. So I put you in this artist bucket, just like I do Bang, and Bang will tell you. I be on his ass, about putting out music. Like, you guys got it, put it out. Make that shit, release that shit.
We was kind of just talking about that yesterday.
I have to find this. I think the next one's in August.
Hey, how about you just Google
I did.
Friday the 13th. When's the next Friday the 13th?
And it pulls up June.
2026, stupid.
It's not. There's another one in
2025?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
If you know that, why don't you know what day of a month that is? There's not, what is that? There's
you know
6
what,
months.
Bro?
There's 6 months left in the
You
year
know what,
after June.
You know what? It might be October. No, it's not.
You were hopeful.
It's not. I was hopeful. Damn. Yeah. It's not. Damn. This is the last Friday the 13th. The next one's in February. Right before Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Perfect.
Oh,
Y'all can deal with heartbreak. You got some heartbreak
shit.
stuff in the tuck.
That could be Act 2. That could be Act 2.
Act 2.
That could be Act 2. We could
444.
Oh, nah, fuck that. Still 222. Maybe 333.
Are you guys keeping 222 as the
We'll
base?
figure it out.
Okay.
We literally figured it out. You know what I'm saying? It really just. Sorry, were you gonna say that?
No, go ahead.
I feel like it depends on like where we are mentally at that point. Like, never want to like. I'm not. What I've learned, and even with like just music or whatever, I'm not gonna say something, because then that's the expectation.
Yeah.
I like February as the next drop. You know, I mean, damn, it's like 7 months away.
Yeah, it breathes. It breathes.
But
222.
like
Act 1 can breathe.
It can breathe, like it can breathe. You know, but I like the idea of doing that right before Valentine's Day. You know, like this is a very toxic sounding album.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the intention. Cause like, I mean, if I'm talking too much, tell me. But we've been some toxic motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah, we have.
like a little bit.
Interpretation, right?
For sure.
However you interpret it.
Well, I mean, I'm not in. This ain't up for interpretation. I'm telling you how I've personally been.
Gotcha.
But that's why it ends how it ends, is because we both had conversations and have made the steps to better ourselves and like make better decisions and not, you know what I'm saying, like set boundaries and like not just do shit for the plot, you know, or not just do shit. But this story really tells, I feel like for us, a fiction and nonfiction, you know what I'm saying, story of where he and I were at this specific point while we were creating that project.
Typically with most projects, right, it's very much, a lot of songs have the same structure, right? Hook, verse, hook, right, bridge.
Right.
I don't feel like your guys' project 222 did that.
Mm-hmm.
What made you guys go with the structure that you did on this project?
You wanna?
It's just in the moment, kind of like what felt right in the moment. All this whole project is that.
Truthfully.
We just pulled from the moment.
Truthfully.
And if it felt right to us, that's what we did.
Outside of Bang, the vocals on the record, are those all samples or did you have somebody vocalize?
We had one person
we had one person help us out, but the rest of those are just samples.
Yeah.
You know.
Fits so perfect.
Thank you.
It fits so perfect. And I was wondering, like, you put on when I'm listening to this as a creative, right? Mm-hmm. We deal with Premiere Pro, we deal with Pro Tools, Audition, whatever it is you use to edit.
Yeah.
As a creative, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I listen to a project, but I look at the track. I look at how many tracks did they have to layer in this thing, and how did they instrument the vocals? How did they add the synths on the vocals and whatnot? You know what I mean? I see all of that when I'm listening to a project.
It's top secret information.
Yeah.
All right.
Just know we did it. Yeah. And the thing about it, because I feel like for like a lot of that shit, like I did it, but it's like RV will like see me fucking crash out.
Yeah, he crashes out every session, to be honest. He crashes out every session. But like that's part of his creative process. That's what I learned. Is like he'll doubt himself, and then shit will start working, and it's like a snowball, and he's just killing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he has to go through the crash out first.
That's my problem with him, is that he's Bangarang is a dope DJ.
He has to go to the crash out first.
He has to go through the crash out.
Bang is that's a song right there.
Like if he's not crashing out, he's not making anything good. Like then it's my turn.
Bang is a dope artist, a dope DJ, right? Dope producer. But he doesn't give the people enough. And I wish you would release, because I know you got it.
Call me Bang Ocean.
Are we talking about remixes? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like to me.
Bootlegs.
He has a tons of remixes.
Yeah, that could be on record pools right now.
Absolutely.
And he don't do it, and I don't know why.
That gets me heated. I'm heated right now talking about it because I've heard them all.
For real, man. Let's fight him. Let's jump him.
Right, I've heard a lot of them. They're amazing.
I'm gonna call my Uber.
Yeah. All right. Ultimately, 222. What do you guys want? What's the ultimate goal for this? Are we going to shoot like video content for this thing? Are we going to do visuals? Are we going to how are we going to promote this thing? June 13th, 2025 it's going to be released. What's your ultimate goal with this project?
We're trying to hit every angle. Like we have like visions for like we have like a mini movie we want to do. Like every song we did on this, like we were thinking about like the visuals the whole time too.
Truthfully, yeah. And that's what helped us tell the story.
Yeah. So like we really want to make this like an art piece. This is like an art piece. Like this is a painting that you interpret, you take something from.
Yes. And to like add on to that, like it's not mainstream music, bro. Mm-mm. Like you're not gonna fucking like this shit ain't gonna chart on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. It ain't for that. You know what I'm saying? Like where I've personally felt like music has gone is people are just putting shit out because, oh, this song is hot. This song is hot. These are my top 5 songs, and I'm just going to put them on an EP and call it good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fucking matter. If you go back in history, bro, like when artists were really making music, they had interludes. They were telling stories. You felt like you could paint the fucking picture.
The sequence of the album made sense.
Yes.
Like, that's important.
What did I start with? It started off with the sequence.
It started off like, damn, like you could like, we wanted to like, because like, and a lot of the shit I learned was through radio because they used to have us quote unquote produce commercials, right? Mm-hmm. So like we're sitting there like, what do we want this album to fucking like? What is the visual we want? There's a person in a car. It's raining out. They get out, walking. You know what I'm saying? Texting, letting whoever know, hey, I'm outside, or maybe that's who they are, or maybe it's just like they're just texting somebody. They get to the door. The rain kind of like mellows out. This is all shit that like we're thinking as we're producing this, and then opens the door. Hey, boom, and it goes into the first song. Yep. Right. We want to create a visual project that represents that, like represents the whole EP.
Can I tell you what visual instantly popped in my head when I'm listening to this?
Please.
A comic. I don't know why. And maybe it's the word act.
Yeah.
But I instantly got a still shot of footsteps in the rain. Mm-hmm. An umbrella of the guy walking to the door with the rain still hitting. Mm-hmm. Him checking his phone before he gets to the door to go inside. Mm-hmm. Like these are all still shots. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And then the page flips into the next song.
That's actually a really dope idea.
Actually, yeah, you know what?
Like make a comic.
Yeah,
that shit.
That's what dope. I thought about was instantly a comic book. Like this is all idea. A comic strip of this song. Because there was so many texts going back and forth.
Yeah,
and for me, I interpret that as I'm texting the girl that I love, the girl that I'm really, really in love with right now.
Before you go see is the girl
that I'm with, right?
Creep.
That's how I interpreted it. And that's just real. Yeah. That's some people's reality right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's gonna be somebody's reality because they're juggling this thing between I'm in a relationship I don't like and that I'm not happy with, and I know that this isn't the end for me, right? Mm-hmm. Versus I know that there's somebody out there that's gonna fit me like a yin yang, like a glove,
for sure.
And it's not fitting right now. That's what 222 means to me. 222 means to me is that like I'm trying to find the glove that fits.
Yes, it's that in between shit.
In between shit. Yeah, bro. We're actually, so if there's any like videographers out there who are interested in like helping us like shoot this project, it's not like a music video. We want it to feel like a film.
Yeah.
Hit up Dre, hit myself, hit RV, like because that is the next iteration. You know, we want to keep this project pushing all the way up until the next project drops, you know. And now looking at the calendar, knowing that there's a Friday the 13th in February, shit.
Oh, shit, that's the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Damn, Valentine's Day
we might have to get to work.
Next year's going to be nuts.
We might have to get to work.
Valentine's Day lands on a Saturday?
Yeah, bro. So we're going to have so many babies being made. I can't wait to be another uncle.
Shit. They said that in the group chat. Yeah, we said, we're waiting on you, Bang. Not yet. 19, you're in a good, committed relationship. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
In the outro, you said our biggest problem is our distractions.
1,000%.
What does that mean?
For me personally, it's like for the last little bit, you know, I just distracted myself by certain things, whether it be trying to date or like, you know, partying or whatever the fuck, And, you know, recently I've calmed down on a lot of it. Like I've limited to how much I do it. It's a weekend thing for me now. You know what I'm saying? When I was at like the peak of my like sadness or depression or whatever the fuck, like it was whenever it was we up. It's Tuesday night. Fuck it, go get a bottle. In fact, go get 2 of them. I'm cooking. I'm gonna call some homies over and we just gonna party, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But that's a distraction. But I'm also feeling stuck in my music career because I'm not practicing or I'm not downloading music or you know what I'm saying? Da-da-da-da-da. When the times that I should be focusing on the important things, right? I'm not doing that. I'm, you know, whatever. Or like there were times when like, and it's like not so much anymore, like not anymore, but like there was times where like I was hooking up with a lot of people. You know, that shit ain't healthy. That's a distraction. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like, I shouldn't even say hooking up because that's like not true, but like dating a lot, you know, or like going out all the time and like trying to meet women and da-da-da-da, just trying to like quote unquote fill a void or, you know what I'm saying, that I feel is missing. When in reality, the best thing to do is just sit in that shit and feel sad and be with your boys. You know what I'm saying? But not like your acquaintances boys, like be with your boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be with you, be with Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And like be around people who gonna allow you to like fuck. Like if you miss your ex or some shit like that, they're gonna allow you to like do that and not judge you because they know the shit that you just went through. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So it's like that's how I feel when I say like distractions. Like I don't have distractions like that no more. Like and a lot of it, I was in this therapy group last week, right? And a lot of times when that shit happens, like we just are afraid to put up boundaries. Not even afraid to put up boundaries, we just don't know how to. Like whether it's saying no or like da-da-da-da, this don't work, that don't work, whoop-de-woo. You feel me?
I feel like the biggest way to curb distractions is to understand what those distractions are.
Bingo.
Like once you understand like what's going to benefit you, I feel like life goes in its and being a truth teller.
Yes.
Like living in your truth.
Swear.
I feel like that's when you find a way to get through whatever the hardship that you're going through during that time.
Swear to God.
Because we all go through it, right? We all go through so much of the same or similar shit. Whether if it's a relationship, kids, wealth, finances, whatever it is, creativity, whatever it is, we all meet these certain emotions. But it's like at the same time, it's like, what are you doing to benefit or to get yourself out of those certain things? And distractions is one of those things. So when I heard that, I was like, man, like how many people understand and really realize their own distractions?
You wanna know what's funny about that part? That was he and I actually bullshit. Like that was an actual conversation. I shouldn't say bullshit. That was an actual conversation. Yeah. That like we just left the mic on. And was like, yo, how you doing? I'm good. How about you? And then we just got into it. That's a legit conversation. Like we cut it down and like cut some shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's a legit conversation. Like when I'm talking about like when I bring up my little homie in there, literally like 15, 20 minutes later, and he knows who he is. He like texted me. He's a young dude, one of the brightest producers I know, right? Always high energy, like excited, you know. He's like texting me and he's all sad about like this girl. And I'm like, bro, you're 23, 24. You have like, you're opening up for all these great DJs. You know, you're making good music. People are supporting you. Like artists are like, people are legit artists are supporting this kid. Like, and this is respectful to all women, right? But why the fuck you worried about some bitch? And I mean that respectfully.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say bitch. Like, but why? But you get what I'm saying? Like, as somebody like, bro, I'm 34. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived a lot of shit. And when I get frustrated when I see like my young homies trying to, like, frustrated just over women at this point in your life. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same thing that our OGs did with us, right? Like I'll talk to. It's crazy now. I have OGs that are 50 pushing 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the older that we get, they look at us like, bro, like you're tripping about the wrong thing right now. Right? Like the things that my OGs are tripping. Like I'm like, man, how am I gonna afford a trip to Disneyland right now? And my OG, my brother is like, bro, like, why you worried about spending that money? Like, it's about the experience.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? And that's where it's like, for that young kid, that 23-year-old, you're like, why you worried about some chick?
Exactly.
Like, there's a whole bunch of chicks. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
They just haven't lived a bunch of life yet.
And they haven't. But I feel like that is our responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like put people on. Like even RV has checked me on multiple things. You know what I'm saying? There was one girl I was pressed on. I mean, pressed. Pressed on.
She have a big butt?
No.
Oh.
But you know, little booties matter.
All right.
But it's like you have to like, you know, like I really meant everything, you know, we really meant everything that was said in that interlude at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of times, like I look at it like this, right? You know, there are some people who actually need antidepressants, you know, because like their chemical imbalances and shit are off in their brain. Like that's like you can't do shit about that, right?
Yeah.
But then there's also other people who are like depressed because of their current situation. Okay, well let's like go down the motherfucking fact sheet. Well, I don't have money. Okay, bet. Well, you go out 3-4 times a week. You don't eat at home. You're always drinking. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all these things, and then these bills are piling up. Mm-hmm. That'll make anybody depressed. So how you gonna go and fix that? Stay your ass inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm only saying that because like that's something that I was personally dealing with. Like, man, I'm always sad. I'm always depressed. Woo, like da da da. And you kind of take a step back. He helped me realize it. That was one time we out to dinner. He's like, bro, you spending money like, who said you got spending money like? I can't remember
like
who I was.
Like you had an American Express black card.
Yeah, he said it, bro.
he just throwing his card out.
I'm just fucking spending.
I'm like, chill.
Fucking, and he's like, nah, like, I got this, but we not drinking no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but you need them type of people in your life to kind of like sit you down and realize, like, yeah, bro, like, I understand why you sad, but like, this is why you sad. This is why you doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to fill a void, or you're just being irresponsible, or you're just doing da 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 da. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's all.
When 222 release, how are we releasing? Are we releasing streaming everywhere? Apple everywhere?
Everywhere.
Okay. Are you gonna track it out, or is it gonna be one track? Like
no, it's tracked out.
Okay.
It's tracked out.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it's tracked out. We just put it together that way to kind of like paint the picture. You know, so for like people who listen to it. So
how do artists like you guys being is it R2 R squared? What we
R squared dot wave.
R squared dot wave.
Yeah.
Long name. R2D2. No, for most artists, right, when they drop a project, they tour it, right? They perform it. How is that gonna work with your guys' project?
I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, we not touring shit.
We got to put it out. Like we have to like create some different shit. Like it's an art piece, not a performance piece.
That's it. Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That was bars. Right
there. I mean, but he's right, which is why like the visual aspect is so important, right? Like, yeah, we're gonna put the project out, but you might not see the visual aspect for 2 or 3 months.
You know what'd be cool is if you guys put up QR codes all over the fucking city. Just random cool QR codes. What the fuck is this? Let me scan it. Oh shit, it's a whole project.
Listen, we got some things planned.
I mean, I'm just giving you guys ideas.
I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's why I love you.
All right,
I love you, man.
What do you think? I wrote down some questions. All right,
that's all good.
Real professional journalism over here. What do you think people are? What do you think people are filling voids in their own life that they truly enjoy? So, like, what do you feel like they're masking their voids for what they truly enjoy? Like for me,
I plead the fifth because I ain't got nothing healthy to say to this.
Because I feel like there are, and I feel like that's for me in my community, in the podcast community. You see a bunch of people, they start a podcast and they stop it real quick. And I feel like sometimes it's to fill a void, whether if it's like their creativity or whatever it is. What do you feel like people are voiding in their own life right now?
Are you making a drink?
As far as like, yeah, as far as like filling a void,
yeah.
I think it's right there. I I would say DJing is a thing that people are feeling. And the reason why I say that,
I like this.
is like I feel like people are like they want to DJ, but they don't care about DJing. And the reason why they want to DJ is because it looks cool.
Yeah.
People want to feel like, oh, look at me. I was never popular, but now all these people love me because I'm playing their favorite songs.
Attention.
They want attention.
Yeah.
Bingo. They could give a fuck about the actual craft of DJing. I feel like DJing is one of those things where us, and I think technology doesn't have that. Because remember when we came up, you had to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no like, well, I just bought this controller and now I'm opening shows for artists 6 months later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I will play for free and I can, bring 100 people. That shit wasn't a thing. So I think DJing personally for me, has become something where people are feeling a void of like loneliness or like, and if DJing is a way of community for you, then like, I don't want to sound like a dick. That's because that's great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. Because we are all dealing through shit, but just like be legit about it. I feel like you could say the same thing for fashion.
I was gonna say that.
Like
fashion designers are the new rappers.
Yeah.
Hold on. Expand on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go on that. What does that mean?
Because it's so easy to like throw your shit, get a $5 design from somebody, throw it on a blank hoodie, and put that shit up online and be like, oh, I got a brand now. That's the same shit. Like anybody can do it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's so accessible. Like shit's watered down. Like,
well, doesn't that make you shine a little brighter though?
I think so.
I think for me, like I embrace every podcast.
For sure.
I embrace every fucking show.
Yeah.
There's one that pops up every week, right? And I embrace them. I have them on the show. The thing that bugs me is when they don't keep it going.
Yeah. Because they're not really passionate about it. They're doing it. They're doing it for like a momentary fill a void type shit. Like
that instant fucking validation, bro.
Yeah, that's the difference between us and a lot of fucking people.
That instant validation.
Yeah.
But I also think,
well, doesn't that hurt though when you have a promoter like you that books these guys that just filling a void?
I don't book them.
So you're saying everybody that you book on that damn rooftop is passionate, that loves what they're doing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We can run down the list, and I'll tell you something I like about every single DJ.
All right. I'll challenge you on a couple.
Do it. No, do it right now.
I'm trying to think of who you got.
Exactly. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
No, I'm just bitter.
Don't play with. Yeah, I know. It's all right.
But like devil's advocate though, we live in like a fast food society.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So like people that aren't really doing shit, they're just doing shit like quickly and easily. People still eat that shit up.
Dude.
It may not be healthy for them. It's cheap though.
It's true.
Accessible.
That's 100% the truth.
Yeah,
It's true.
Did you ever fall out of love with DJing? And if so, why and when did you fall back in love?
Actually, this happened to me recently, and it's I work on the corporate side of it, and it's seeing the things and hearing the things that people do, or are willing to do to get an opportunity. Like people don't. So I look at it from like a talent buyer standpoint, and I've heard stories of DJs traveling to Vegas, playing some of the biggest rooms and only making $500.
Oh, sheesh.
Paying for their traveling and, hotel flights, all that shit. And on top of that, they have to bring tables and all that other shit. But you're only making $500.
Yeah.
But just so you can say you have.
So they can post some Vegas shit.
I played Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, that made me fall out of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, having people hit me up and saying, yo, I'll play for free. And don't get me wrong, like, I've played for free. Like,
Of course, we paid our dues.
Exactly. I've paid my dues. We've paid our dues, right? But it's like, to me, it's happening more and more and more now. But as a talent buyer, I'm seeing it, and nightlife as a whole is hurting because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's two sides. Like, there's two sides to the sword here, right? Because I get the business side. You have this young, hungry person who can bring people, right, and doesn't want to charge you anything, right? That's all profit for me as the owner, right? But then you have this OG, like someone like myself, Nigga, I'm 34. My friends got kids, wives, girlfriends, spouses, husbands. You know that they not coming out every single weekend. You know what I'm saying? So somebody like myself or all the other DJs who are legit, right? Like we're going to build a crowd. We're going to keep a crowd. We're going to keep that shit going. But the issue, and I've seen this happen with other venues I've worked with, you know what I'm saying? Is like when you book these younger people, right? Sure, you're saving, money on like your booking fees, and maybe you're making a couple extra dollars at the bar. But a lot of time with the younger cats, they're in college. And I'm using Sky as an example, right? Like this didn't happen there, but like I'm using this as an example.
Yeah.
Let's say I book a younger DJ at Sky, okay? They bring all their friends. I pay them $100, right? Which is truthfully like $100 it's not bad, but if you're playing for like 2 hours, minimum 150, 200, maybe 250 if you were established. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm paying this DJ X amount of dollars, but now I'm conditioning my room to be a room that's not programmed for an experience. And that's the difference between a younger DJ and an older DJ. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Like an older DJ, like truthfully, I wish all clubs would pull DJs off of flyers and focus on the experience that is the room and program your room based on the experience and do the things that you need to do, because I totally forgot where I'm going because I'm just rambling. I got you. Like, am I making sense though? It's like, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you're making total sense. Why don't? If you really think about it, like, I'm going to speak specifically to our Utah community as far as DJs go. I don't know a lot of DJs that can pull 50 people every single night. That can bring 50. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense to put the DJ on the flyer.
It really doesn't. Like, maybe like put the name at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But even then, like, why even have a flyer? Especially in like a digital age where there should be videos and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where like there should be video content. The video content is selling the clubs.
You don't see a lot of DJs doing that though. You don't see a lot of DJs doing content.
I mean, I suck at it, but Dirty does a really good job.
I say a lot.
Yeah.
There are the exceptions. Dirty Dave does a really good job.
Really good job.
Right? But there's a lot. Jay Woods is one of them. I was like, bro, you're DJing at some of the biggest clubs in Salt Lake. Why aren't we seeing this? You're another one. I'm like, bro, you're at the biggest clubs. Why aren't we seeing the content? You know what I mean? Like, I just recently started doing DJ content.
I saw it.
I got told to pull it down, though. I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, you got to tell us off air.
Yeah, they didn't like some of the content I did.
Hey, but you tried it.
I'll tell you off air. But yeah, man, I don't know. I look at the void. When we talk about the void, it's like, what is the void that people are doing, and is it muddying up the space for the people that are truly passionate about things?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. It's because it's like, for me, I can say this shit and I sound like a hater. RV can say this shit about, like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, they just slap a motherfucking logo that they made in Canva. I love Canva, by the way. But like, they slap a logo that they made in Canva on a black pocket tee, and all of a sudden, I got a clothing line. Like RV said, nah, nigga, you got a brand.
Yeah. RV, what do you feel about white labeling?
It's fine. I'll just say that. It's fine.
He's smarter than me.
That's what we doing. Well, you really think about it. It's not your lane, right? Your lane is you're fucking miles above white labeling. You're miles above than somebody just trying to get merch out and just trying to get their name out.
It's a part of the game. Like I'm not mad at it. I just wish like people weren't comfortable doing it. If you're gonna call yourself a fashion designer, you can't be that comfortable doing that shit.
Yeah, you can't be a karaoke DJ and call yourself a dope DJ. Like you're a karaoke DJ. Like you play the song for Bang, Stop It. If they specialize in karaoke DJing, they can't say they're a DJ.
I disagree.
Like you think a karaoke DJ? I haven't seen no karaoke DJs on the top of the rooftop.
Yeah, but that's because it's not the space for it.
And that's what I'm saying. They're not that caliber.
But they could be I feel like they could be that caliber in their space.
Let me put it this way.
I'm not a dope karaoke DJ.
Exactly.
You wouldn't see me in a karaoke room, but I feel like you can't. Let's say I was a karaoke DJ, and I provided the experience with that shit. Then I would say I'm the dopest karaoke DJ in the city. I love you,
but you're not.
But I'm not that. But what I'm saying is if there is a karaoke DJ and they feel like they are the dopest DJ and they provide that experience and people come out and see them and people know them, like, fuck it.
All right, so
toot your horn.
Right now, allrock.com, ALRAWK.com, I got t-shirts, right? White labeling.
But that's not white labeling.
That's fine.
But I'm not a fashion designer.
Listen,
if I was like, yo, I'm a fashion designer, I got
exactly.
my label up on the website. That's different.
But that's why he says it's fine.
Yeah, that's
it's
fine.
But I can't put myself in the same lane as him.
No.
But you
and a karaoke DJ cannot put themselves in the same lane as you.
But they're not by saying that they're a dope karaoke DJ.
They're saying they're a dope DJ.
That's
like you could be king of merch. You know what I mean?
But I'm
like
not a fashion aficionado or you know.
I get what you're saying, but I get what he's saying too. I kind of see both sides right now.
Bang's wrong. If you don't want to say he's wrong,
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong.
I'm not wrong.
So you're telling me a karaoke DJ, they can put themselves in the same lane as you?
No.
Then you're agreeing with me, bro.
But
you had too much tequila.
No, you're missing my point, Dre.
What's your point?
Like you're missing my point. What I'm saying is
Talking
like
to Mike.
What I'm saying is that I'm just playing. But nah, for real, like what I'm saying is like if bro or somebody does really good karaoke DJing and they are known in the market for being a good karaoke DJ, they can crown themselves as the best karaoke DJ or whatever the best they ever feel like. Because there are different forms of DJing. There's wedding DJing. You know what I'm saying? Like there are DJs in the wedding space who shit on me. And I do weddings. Yeah. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, salute to the wedding DJ.
I'm just saying, like, there's all these different spaces for all these different creatives for them to exist. So if somebody is in that space and they exist, you're supposed to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there are DJs out there who are like E-Rock and E-Flex are the best turntablists I know. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell them that.
Well, I will. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like,
I love it. I love both of them. But
yeah, same.
E-Rock is just, man. E-Rock is just something else, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I'm just saying, but E-Flex is a hamster style DJ, which hamster is like.
That sounds crazy. What does that mean?
It's like the crossfader's inverted.
Okay.
So it's like so typically when you scratch, it's like closed on one side. But the way I don't know, somebody who I can't explain it right now. But what I'm saying is like I feel like I'm one of the best DJs in the city. You know what I'm saying? If not but that's also up for, you know what I'm saying, debate. Yeah. There are other DJs who play other rooms. You talk to Dirty. He believes he's the best DJ in the city. I'm not gonna take that from him because you're supposed to believe in yourself. So if somebody want to believe in themselves, fuck it, believe in yourself. I'm not gonna stop that.
I love that you have that approach, and you still show love to other DJs.
You have to,
because correct me if I'm wrong, but Dirty Dave and his partners are on the rooftop, right?
Yeah,
yeah. See,
and who put them on?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Is that you could clearly be a gatekeeper and put on some guy that's cheaper and less experienced.
I'm not gonna do that.
But you're not doing that. That's what I love about where we are right now. Like I always say, like leave the space better than when you found it.
It would be me every week if that was the case. But you know what's crazy, bro? You know what's crazy? Because now you got me started. See, this is your fault.
You're welcome.
We ain't even talking about the project no more. Like
222 out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and let's get back to the project. I look at DJing as a whole, especially in Salt Lake City. Think of it as a bed of flowers. The different clubs are the flowers, and DJs are the bees. You understand? Flowers grow when they get pollinated. How do they get pollinated? By bees going to every single fucking flower. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the best DJs from every space that works for the venue, that works for my venue. You understand what I'm saying? So I picked who I thought were the best electronic DJs for Fridays, right? And put them there because they're all different. On Thursdays, I picked the best eclectic DJs. They're not playing the top 40 shit. They're off playing like that selection style shit. You know what I'm saying? Like not that weird shit, but they out there. On Saturdays, you got the best DJs who I feel can play open format. And then on Sundays, you got the best DJs who are doing the best shit in their lane. You understand what I'm saying? You got Bear, who's doing the R&B Sundays. You know what I'm saying? You got the Doof guys. They bring their own crowd. They play electronic shit. You got Z&Z. They've been doing electronic shit in the city for years. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Dave and Davey Dave, the Dices, electronic DJ duo, doing Latin shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck I look like not trying to pollinate my flower? Because if it doesn't, you know, if the flower wilts, it's on me. At the end of the day,
yeah,
that shit come to me. But the way you do that, especially in this time of like nightlife, people are broke. People don't want to go out. People are tired of the same shit. You have to create experiences. You understand what I'm saying? So like, thank you for saying that. But like, that's why when you were like, man, mother DJ, like, nah, there's a reason behind every fucking thing I do. And then unfortunately, bro, like not everybody sees it how I see it.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this shit in this city for so long that I know that Salt Lake we're not Vegas, bro. We can't just be like, well, fuck you if you play here in Salt Lake. Excuse me, if you play here at Sky, you can't play at London Bell. You can't play at Gym. Fuck that, bro. Yeah. That's fucking stupid. Literally the stupidest logic ever. We're a CB market.
Yeah.
And no club in this city pays DJs enough to make them exclusive. And that much I promise you. No club in this state.
Well, that's why I champion you for not gatekeeping and making
blood pressure high.
Yeah, you are. I'm gonna let you calm down a little bit.
Calm down a little
All right.
bit.
But no, it's beautiful, man, because like I said, man, we got to leave this thing to better than when we found it.
I'm saying.
And I feel like you're doing that right now.
That's all I want. If I die right now,
don't do that.
Well,
I ain't throwing that out there.
I can't do that, but like I'm just saying, like that's all I want.
Yeah, if you leave this industry, at least you did it better than when you found it.
Straight up. I remember being gate kept. Them niggas know who they are.
You say gate kept?
Yeah. Gate kept.
If you're gate kept, that's fine too.
All right, so anyways, 222 comes out.
No, 222 out Friday, June 13th. Do we have plans for an act 2? Is that the follow-up to the project?
Yes, actually we do.
Okay.
And like we've had actual conversations about where we want the next project to go. Because we've kind of started making house music. We've kind of started making trap music.
Yeah.
We've kind of started making mid-tempo shit. Like the thing that I like about our sessions, and you please correct me, because I just been rambling, is that like anything is up for. Say, oh hey, I found this cool sample. Fuck it, let's see what we can do with it. And then that's where we end up, you know. So we'll see what happens. But the lane of this project that we have, I think it's a lane for us more than anything. We just have to figure out how to make it healthy and not toxic.
Yeah.
Because we're not trying to go through the same shit.
I can't
we
do
went
this
through
again.
it to the first project.
Can't do this.
Yeah. So
I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing the visuals. Any plans on working with any local artists?
Like rappers and stuff?
Any artists? R&B? I mean,
at this moment, no.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think so. Like
we've talked about it. That's something we probably will do, but like at this moment, no.
Okay.
Not a part of like the 222 series.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are doing a phenomenal job without it, you know? I just think that if you can collaborate with somebody and broaden your horizon, why not?
And I think you're right. But like our studio sessions are very random. And I
had an idea, RV, for Bang and another artist.
I'm about to get cooked.
Another artist by the name of Mike Styles.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Mike Styles is.
I do.
Oh yeah.
He's a great artist.
Mike Styles is fam.
I think originally from Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Where the Indianapolis 500 is.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a fan of racing. So I told Bang, I said, man, why don't you guys collaborate on a cool little project? You guys got the high octane.
You got
him from Indianapolis. He's a NASCAR fan. Why not bleed the worlds together? You got high octane. You got Mike Styles. Why not do something dope?
Yeah. No, to be honest, we've talked a lot about certain projects and certain things we want to do.
Dre.
Yeah. But like we're so in this lane right now.
Okay.
We're not sure if we should leave it yet.
I got you.
Thank you. See, and that's why he's my dog, because he was trying to cook me. And he put some ice on that shit.
Well, no, because you know why? Because you guys clearly said that you guys worked different sounds at the same time you guys did 222. So to be honest with you, you guys could have did both.
Yeah.
You guys could do both. Just don't limit yourself. Yeah, the 222 vibe is dope. It's a great project. Check it out. June 13th. But I also think that collaborating would be dope too.
I would agree. And yeah, but
plus it would, if you guys got an artist on it and you guys create a vibe, it would also give you guys an opportunity to really put something live together. If that's what you guys wanted.
And truthfully, I mean, and check me if I'm wrong, we are so into like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
That it just like, if it comes, it comes.
Like when we first
no pause.
When we first started, we were like open to all that shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But once we like really dialed into a certain sound and like everything came together, how it came together, like we don't know if we could bring somebody else into that shit.
Truthfully.
I got you.
Truthfully.
But not saying like we can't do shit outside of it.
Yeah.
At this moment, we're stuck in that. We're not stuck in the space. We're in that space right now.
Yeah. Bingo.
Yeah.
Being an 808 boy.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Lilo and Stitch live action?
Of course.
All right.
Oh yeah, of course.
You look like you just heard about this.
I did.
Lilo and Stitch live action, bro.
I'm here to tell you right now, I don't care.
That shit's fire. What are you talking about? Lilo and Stitch got the fire soundtrack. You're bugging. All right, he's still depressed about the Kansas City Chiefs losing the Super Bowl in the
Nah, bro. I'm not. We got embarrassed. I paid. Ask RV. He was right there with me. I paid all my bets out in the third quarter.
Damn.
and just really started drinking. Turned my phone off. Like I paid all these niggas. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't got to talk to nobody. My mom ain't called me for 2 days.
He's going through something.
She said, "You know what? I just ain't gonna talk to him."
Yeah, I feel that. All right, fellas. Well, we got the project June 13th, 2025.
Friday the 13th.
Are we what's all that about? Your mom wouldn't like that. What are you doing? What's all that? That was weird. Just putting horns on your head. That's definitely not what we doing here. But okay, June 13th, 222. Mm-hmm. The project's out, Act 1. We're gonna have visuals coming. We got Hurricane Bang, shot glasses that can be hitting the website here soon.
Yes, sir. Designed by RV himself.
Yeah, and show those out. Talk about those a little bit. Yeah, say something.
I mean, they're shot glasses.
Okay.
For the summertime. We got like 300 of them.
Yeah. That's it? That's not a lot.
Okay, Kendrick.
Limited edition.
Not enough.
You can get them at the wherever you're.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the website.
DJing?
Just follow us on IG at Ryan_Vincent_. RX2.wave on IG as well.
Are we gonna have a group Instagram page? Is that gonna be a thing, or we just?
It's already made.
Oh, okay.
RX2.wave is the IG. I'll send it to you. So when you like post it, you can like tag the page.
Perfect.
So
awesome. Anything else we want to shout out? Obviously, we got the rooftop popping all summer long.
Yeah, not featuring Dre.
It's okay because a lot of the homies are there. Go support the homies. I'll be there in the back with my cane hating.
Yeah, you play every Saturday anyway.
I mean, not every Saturday.
Right, let me know what Saturday you out. We can go. We can figure something out.
I'll no, I don't want to play there now.
All right, bet.
I'm booked. Yeah, exactly. Ryan Vincent, where can we follow the brand and all that good stuff?
Ryan_Vincent_ and then Lexicon Clo on IG.
What's Lexicon? Are you guys? Are you working with other people? Are you looking for what can we do to help support Lexicon?
Just follow. I'm gonna be dropping late summer. Crazy shit.
You gonna see me in netted shirts like this.
Nipples out and everything.
I don't care. I'm be showing the taco meat I ain't got.
I ain't gonna lie, that looks comfortable.
Dude, bro, that's what I'm saying.
It look comfortable.
I'm like, bro, when the samples come.
Like that's the type of shirt you don't wear underwear with.
Yeah.
Like,
I can sleep in this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Hell no.
All right. Go follow the guys. Make sure you check out the project 222 Act 1. Act 2 coming up hopefully February 2026. Go follow them. Go support them. If you want to help support this podcast, if you want to help support the show, you can go on to allrock.com, ALLRAWK.com. We're not a fashion designer, but we got some nice t-shirts and hoodies.
White labeling.
Yeah, white labeling at its best. All right. Allrock.com, ALLRAWK.com. If you want to join the Patreon, go on to patreon.com/Dre Rocka. And if you want to be a part of the
I'm a subscriber.
Yeah, the non-paying patron club, that means you're not paying for the extras. You can just like, comment, share, and make sure you subscribe. It's free to show love. I think at the end of the day,
Type shit.
out of everything that we got going on here, the best thing to do is to share with a friend, tell a person about what we got going on. We're all trying to build something. So the way that we do that is by community, and it starts with you. So go ahead and do that. You can follow me at Dre Rocka, DRERAWKA on Instagram. Y'all have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. We're out. Peace.